Position A is at 45 degree north and a particular eastern longitude, we don't know that. Position B is at 45 north, 45 degree 15 minutes east. Distance is 280 miles. B is to the east of A. You have to find longitude of A. So simple. So A is at 45 north and particular degree east. It states here B is to the east of A. B is to the east of A. So B is somewhere to the east of A at 45 north, 45 degree 15 minutes east. 45 north, 45 degree 15 minutes east. The total distance is 280 miles. Now we have to find out what is the longitude of A. So B is to the east of A and A is to the west of B. A is to the west of B. So there are two possibilities. We have two possibilities in front of us. Let us draw the map of the earth. So this is the physical map of the earth. There is a 0 degree prime meridian. We have location B at coordinate 45 north, 45 degree 15 minutes east. Now we have to find A. A is at same latitude as B. A is at same latitude. A is at same latitude as B. But A is to the west of B, right? A is to the west of B. So now A can either be in the eastern hemisphere like this, somewhere to the west of B, but in the same hemisphere, that is eastern hemisphere, or to the west of B, but in different hemisphere, that is west hemisphere. So somewhere here, let's say. So we have possibility 1 and we have possibility 2. Now whether this point A lies in the east or in the western hemisphere, we need to find d long, difference between the longitudes or between A and between A and B. When we find d long, we will be able to determine whether A is in the east or it enters western hemisphere. So let's use Rammlein distance formula. Rammlein distance is d long in minutes into cos lat. 280. Now why Rammlein distance, not great circle distance? Because when we deal with same latitude but different longitudes, it becomes a Rammlein track. Latitudes, parallels of latitudes are Rammlein distances. D long in minutes into cos 45. So D long in minutes will be cross multiply 280 by cos 45, which is 395.9 or 396 minutes, or divide that by 60, you get answer in 6 degree 35 minutes. 6 degree 35 minutes. So that means d long between A and between B, total d long, the difference between their longitudes, is 6 degree 35 minutes. Okay, so this d long 6 degree 35 minutes is too small for point A to be in the western hemisphere, because as you can see, the difference in longitude between 0 degree meridian and B, longitude of B, which is 45 degree east, is how much between 0 degree and point B? It's 45 degree 15 minutes. Difference between 0 and 45, 15. Okay, but our d long is only 6 degree 35 minutes, much less than 45 degree 15 minutes. That means our point A is only 6 degree 15 minutes, 35 minutes to the west of A in the eastern hemisphere. Had this d long been more than 45 degree 15 minutes, A would have entered western hemisphere. So longitude of A equals to longitude of B minus d long. Longitude of B is 45 degree 15 minutes minus 6 degree 35 minutes. 45 degree 15 minutes minus 6 degree 35 minutes is 38 degree 14 minutes. 38 degree 14 minutes east. Longitude of A is therefore 38 degree 14 minutes east. Okay. So correct answer is option C. 38 degree 39 minutes east. We got 38 degree 40 minutes east. Okay. So this is how you do the sum. Only one thing that you need to pay attention is there are two possibilities for location A, Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere. Okay, D log helps you determine what hemisphere. Next question, question 34. Aircraft departs from point A, it goes northward, then for 2950 nautical miles. It then goes west for 382 nautical miles, and we have to find coordinates of B. So let's draw point A. Now A is at southern hemisphere. So this is the equator. Okay, A is at 4 degree 10 minutes south. And it flies northerly direction. It flies northerly direction. So there are two possibilities. The final longitude of B, the after flying from A, which is 4 degrees south, okay, when it travels for 2950 nautical miles, the final destination might be in the southern hemisphere, or it can go up in the northern hemisphere. So to determine that whether our final destination is in southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere, we will have to find difference between those two latitudes, difference between two latitudes, right? Now, when you fly northerly or southerly direction along a fixed meridian of longitude, you fly a great circle track. So let's use great circle formula. Great circle distance equals to difference in lat in degree into 60. So great circle distance is given to you 2950, 2950. D lat you do not know into 60. D lat equals to 2950 divided by 60, 49. 2950 by 60 is 49 degrees. Okay, total D lat is how much? 49 degrees. So out of this 49 degree, this much is how much between 0 degree and 4 degree south latitude? It is 4 degree. But total is how much? Total is 49 degree. Okay, out of that 4 degree happens to be between 0 degree and 4 degrees south. So what is the remaining difference in latitude? 45 degree. So remaining 45 degree will be in the northern hemisphere between equator and 45 degree north latitude. So this is 45 degree. So the final latitude after starting from A and flying northerly direction is 45 degree north. 45 degree north. So final coordinates are longitude is the same, which is 178 degree 22 minutes. 178 degree 22 minutes west, and latitude is 45 degree north. 45 degree north. That is the final coordinates. Okay. So we start from A, then we go to B. So 45 degree north, 178 degree 22 minutes west. Now reaching here, we go westerly direction. we go westerly direction for another 382 nautical mile. For another 382 nautical mile. So now we have to find coordinates of point B. Coordinates of point B. Now coordinates of point B, one coordinate you can find directly is that latitude, which is 45 degree north. Okay, which is 45 degree north. Why? When we fly in a easterly direction or westerly direction, we are actually flying what track? We are flying a rumline track. So rumline track latitude will be the same, the longitudes will differ. Okay, so B longitude is already we know directly 45 degree north, same as this latitude. Okay, so let's check the option. Option A is 45 north, option C is 45 north. Option B is hence eliminated. Okay, option C, option Bravo is eliminated. Now let's solve this rumline distance. Rumline distance equals to D long in minutes into cos lat. So 382 is D long into cos 45. D long in minutes equals to 382 cos 45. 382 divided by cos 45 is 540 minutes, or 540 divided by 60 is 9 minutes. 0 degree, 0 degree, 9 minutes. Okay. Now let's find out whether you are going to stay in the same western hemisphere or you will enter in the eastern hemisphere. So let's draw the diagram for longitudes. Next. So initially we have what longitude? Our starting longitude is 178 degree 22 minutes west. 178 degree 22 minutes west. Okay. And now we are traveling westerly direction. That means our track is clockwise westerly direction. Clockwise westerly direction. Okay. So D long is how much? It's only 9 minutes. Not much. Only 9 minutes. So 3, let me check this, 382 divided by cos 45. So correction, this is 9, not 9 minutes, but 9 degrees. Okay. 540 minutes is equivalent to 9, is equivalent to 9 degrees. Okay. So now the total D long is how much? It is 9 degree to the west of 178 degree 22 minutes west. Now what is the D long? What is the D long between 180 degree west and 178 degree 22 minutes west? The D long between them is how much? 180 degree minus 178 degree 22 minutes is 1 degree 38 minutes. 1 degree 38 minutes is the D long between them. The total D long is how much? Total D long is 9 degree. Out of this 9 degree, 1 degree 38 minutes is in the western hemisphere. The aircraft will cross 180 degree. The aircraft will cross 180 degree meridian and enter eastern hemisphere. And let's find this final longitude. So total is 9 degree. Out of that 9 degree, 1 degree 38 minutes was travelled from initial longitude to 180 degree anti-meridian. So the remaining d long is how much? Remaining d long is 9 degree minus 1 degree 38 minutes. 9 degree minus 1 degree 38 minutes, which is 7 degree 22 minutes. So the remaining d long is 7 degree 22 minutes. Okay, that is d long. That is not the longitude. That is d long. So the longitude will be 180 minus 7 degree 22 minutes, and that will give you new longitude. So new longitude is 180 degree minus 7 degree 22 minutes, which is 172 degree 38 minutes east. 172 degree 38 minutes east. So correct option will be option Charlie. Option Charlie. 45 north, 172 degree 38 minutes east. So we started with great circle. We started with finding the latitude, which is 45 north, 178 west. Then for line, same latitude but different longitudes. So we found d long, and after finding that, we plotted this diagram. We came to know that total d long is 9 degree. Out of that, 1 degree 38 minutes is this small part. Remaining part is 7 degree 22 minutes. So 180 minus that will give you new longitude. So next question 35. What is the time required to travel along 60 degree north between meridians 10 degree east and 30 degree west? Okay, so let's draw the earth. Okay, and we have north latitude 0, 180 east and west, 90 east and 90 west. Okay, so we have longitudes 10 degree east and 30 west. Okay, now we have to find the time required to travel from 10 degree east to 30 west or 30 west to 10 degree east. Now when we travel from point A to point B, we always select that track which will give us the shortest distance. So it will be better if we fly this route like this, easterly direction, or we fly westerly direction like this, crossing across prime meridian. Whether we travel easterly or whether we travel westerly, okay, the main point is traveling across prime meridian instead of traveling across anti-meridian and then reaching our destination. Okay, so traveling across prime meridian will give us the shortest distance. Okay, and speed has been given to us. Let's find out distance. When we have distance and speed, we will be able to calculate time. Now this will be a rumline distance. So rumline distance is d long into cos lat. D long, the difference between them is 30 west and 10 east. So you add that difference. Different hemisphere you add. 40 degree into 60 into cos of latitude is how much? 60. So 40 into 60 into half, 1200 nautical mile. So time will be 1200 distance by speed 480. So time is 1200 divided by 480, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Okay. So correct option is option Bravo. 2 hours 30 minutes or 2.5 hours. Very simple. Let's go to question 36. What is the longitude of a position which is 6 miles east of 94 degree west? East of 94 degree west. So let's draw this. This is the map of Earth, physical, okay, and we have prime meridian 0 degree. We have one coordinate which is at 58 degree 42 minutes north and 94 degree west. 94 degree west. Okay, that coordinate is situated here. And now they are saying that the final longitude, the new longitude is to the east of 94 degree west. East of 94 degree west. So it can be either here in the same hemisphere, that is western hemisphere, or it can be in a new hemisphere which is eastern hemisphere here. So there are two possibilities. There are two possibilities. The point to be in the western hemisphere itself, or the point to be in eastern hemisphere, altogether a new hemisphere. So to know that which hemisphere is which of these, west or east, will be the correct one, we will have to find d long. So let's find drumline distance is d long in minutes into cos lat. Distance is 6 nautical miles, d long in minutes into cos. Both are at same latitude. So cos of 58 degree 42 minutes. D long in minutes equals to 6 divided by cos 58 degree 42 minutes. So 6 divided by cos 58 degree 42 minutes is 11 degree 32 minutes. 11 degree 32 minutes. Let me double check this. Cos of 58 degree 42 minutes is 0.5. 6 divided by 0.5 is 6 divided by cos 58 42 minutes. So this is answer is 11 minutes. Not 11 degree 32 minutes but 11 minutes. 0 degree 11 minutes. So what is the final longitude? East of, to the east of initial longitude. So final longitude is 0 degree 11 minutes east of 94 degree west. So that is only 11 minutes of difference, very small difference. So when we are in the western hemisphere and we fly easterly direction, the values of a longitude go on decreasing up to 0 degree longitude. Beyond 0 degree longitude, when we fly easterly, the values of a longitude go on increasing. Okay, so 94 degree minus 0 degree 11 minutes equals to how much? That will be equal to 93 degree 49 minutes west. 93 degree 49 minutes west. So correct option will be option A, 93 degree 48.5. Okay, so that means our final longitude, that is our destination, is still in the western hemisphere and not in the eastern hemisphere. Okay, because look at the d long. D long is only 0 degree 11 minutes. It should have been more than 94 degree, okay, for the final destination to be in the eastern hemisphere. Let's go to next question, question 37. What is the circumference? Circumference means the entire 360-degree rotation around the earth of a latitude 60 degree north approximately. So this is your earth, right? And here is your 60-degree north latitude. So you have to find out the circumference of this entire latitude around the earth, around the earth. Okay, so let's find out. This will be a drumline distance. Drumline distance equals to d long into cos lat, 360 degree into 60 into cos 60. So the final answer will be 10,800 nautical mile. So answer is option C. Okay, let's go to question 38. We will cover question 38 in the next lecture. So with this question, we have come to the end of this good chapter and good video lecture. So I request all of you to practice this many questions as soon as possible, many times, and then also practice these questions without looking at the solutions. When we come in the next video lecture, we will solve the next questions, and after that we will again solve next question. So I have divided this entire RK.Bali chapter of so many questions into different parts, okay, into 4, 4, 5, 5 questions for simplicity, convenience. Next thing I want to tell you again is that read the chapter, departure chapter from Oxford and RK.Bali, and after that come to the solving questions. I hope you have learned something new today, understood this lecture very well. Do subscribe to this channel and share this video with all your friends. All the best, keep learning and be consistent.